Welcome, Aries, to your monthly general reading for the month of February 2024. We are going to jump right in, and Aries, this is going to be a month for you of healing. You've had some challenges in the past, and this month is going, wow, look at this ending. You're going to have a very interesting month. So Aries, right now you're showing up in a state of healing. So it looks like for the month of February, you're going to be healing from something that was quite confusing in your past. In the beginning of the month, you're going to be feeling a bit unsure, uncertain on things are going to feel a little cloudy. And like we're in the beginning of February right now. And right now the moon is in Cancer, and when I'm recording this video in January 23rd, so we're kind of like in the shadow period of February, but on February 5th you're going to see a new moon in Leo, and a full moon in Leo, excuse me, and it's going to be like, okay, I can finally take action and get things done. And as we move through the month, February 24th, you're going to see a micro full moon in Virgo. So February 9th, you're going to see a super new moon in Aquarius. So you're going from full moon in Leo, which is happening in just a few days, and then you're going into a super new moon in Aquarius, which is like new beginnings, new adventures, with social, with the people that you work with, or your friend group. You may be making some decisions. And at the end of the month, February 24th, when there's a micro full moon in Virgo, you're going to feel like things are starting to finally ground into earth. All your ideas, your plans, there's some financial matters that you're uncertain about. It feels like all of that is going to start to be grounded, especially with the moon in Virgo. You're going to start to see things that you've been working on finally manifest, and that's exactly what the cards are showing. So right now, in the beginning of the month, you're going to be focusing on how to create something new in your financial sector. So you've got Temperance, you've got the Seven of Pentacles, and you've got the Seven of Cups. So 2 sevens to me symbolizes like you're very uncertain in the beginning of the month. The beginning of the month is going to be a little bit rocky with your emotions. You're going to feel a little bit of a emotional roller coaster, a lot of emotional confusion on this thing you're trying to create and manifest. It's going to require patience, and it's going to require balance. I feel like this has to do with your pentacles, right? Your financial, your social, your friends, your work environment, however that resonates to you. It's like you're trying to manifest this new thing and alchemize and transform a situation into something better. And I feel like it has to do with your money, your financial matters, and you don't really know which choice to take. Like maybe you have a lot of options, you're spoiled for choice, but you're not sure where to place that pentacle. Notice that he's built this pentacle tree, and in February, at the beginning of the month, you're going to be like, I'm not really sure where I should place this pentacle because I have lots of options. I know what I want to create. I'm trying to create something. I'm having to be patient, and you're going to have to deal with a little bit of patience and balance, because you're not going to feel like you know what to do. But what's great is you're going to be moving, and towards the middle of the month, you're going to be moving out of that state of confusion into a place of healing from something that was just really not satisfying you. I think you're going to start to gain clarity when you go into this healing position, where you're going to kind of rest, retreat, and recharge, because someone around you, whether it's in work or business, or in love, someone around you has really made you feel like you've lost something. Like, maybe it's like water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, who's just not really emotionally stable, somebody in your life. And you may even feel like your emotions are still out of balance. Like you can't seem to grasp a balance in your emotions. There's a lot of water in this reading, and you're going to be feeling in the middle of the month like you need to heal from some sort of loss. And I feel like it's an emotional situation. So I think you're focusing on your finances, but oftentimes our financial and material situations can be a bit emotional. And I feel like you're like, okay, I've got to go get away, get into a place of solitude in the middle of the month where I can really figure out and think with my swords, like think about and analyze what the right decision is for this material matter, because I feel like you might feel like you've lost something. But notice how the man is standing there looking at the 3 cups of wine that is spilt over. So that's typically emotional, but what I'm reading for you is like, this does have to do with a material thing. Wine is material. It's like, it costs money, and maybe you had expensive wine in these cups, and you feel like you've lost something, and it just kind of feels like a defeat, and it's put you into a state of emotional sadness and just not fully secure. And so you're going and you're retreating and you're analyzing, and that really aligns with that moon in Aquarius on February 9th, where you're starting to like analyze and think about this situation. Now, this is in your social sector, Aries, and so this may have to do with friends. Like, you may be like feeling like your friend group, these 3 cups that you used to celebrate with and you used to enjoy, are just no longer enjoying you. See, this person is actually upset about this wine spilled over, not because he spilled it over, but because he no longer enjoys it. He's lost the taste. And what he needs to see is that if he turns around, there are 2 cups that are going to be filled with more enjoyment, more something that fulfills him and gives him joy and like gives him a state of happiness. And so he just has to turn around and stop focusing on that group, that friend group, that situation, the material thing that no longer gives you joy. And I think that's what you're doing, is you're trying to analyze in this healing pose. You're trying to analyze what it is that brings you joy, because you're starting to feel like this thing that you have always done is no longer bringing you joy and satisfaction. You're not feeling satisfied. And your outcome at the very end of the month is beautiful, beautiful. So I think you're going from this 5 of Cups energy where you're just like, I'm this no longer satisfied. I don't find joy and fulfillment in this anymore. I no longer enjoy the taste of this friend group or this situation. And I feel like what's coming to you towards the end of the month is you're going to have a new beginning. Ace of Pentacles, brand new beginning materially, and you're going to finally make the right choice, and you're going to end something. The world is all about Saturn, right? And so you're going to see Saturn is the planet of lessons and karma, and really teaching you the lessons that you came here in life to learn. And you're going to finally complete that wheel. Right? It's like you've been walking the wheel for a really long time, repeating cycles over and over with friend groups, with your work environment, maybe with your family. And you're finally like, I'm done, because I've got this new thing coming, and it's going to give me, I'm finally going to feel emotional fulfillment, right? The Ace of Cups. So your work or your financial or material situation, whether it's a friend group, a job, it has not been satisfying you. You've been very dissatisfied, and that cycle is ending. At the end of the month, Aries, you can expect major success, because you're getting 2 aces. This is a massive victory in love and in business. And it's almost like this new business adventure is finally going to fill your cup. Like, you're going to finally feel like, because you've ended this cycle and this thing, you're starting a new beginning. So the world also symbolizes a new cycle starting. And it's karmic, it's fate, and it's because you've done the work. And so what you're doing is, if you spend the middle of the month really analyzing and assessing what it is that is good for you and what is not good for you, whether it's work, love. I feel like there's like a friend group, Aries. I feel like you've been hanging out with a certain group of people, and they no longer fill your cup. Like, they're no longer aligned to your vibration, and you feel a little bit disconnected. Maybe it's some family where you're just like, I just don't fit in here. Like, this is not what I want to do, right? And so you're given this new opportunity, this new, the hand of the Creator is coming down and handing you a pentacle and a cup. So it's like your new situation, your new material situation, is going to be filled with joy. And it's a brand new beginning, because it's paired with the world. So something is ending, and this new thing, whether it's a new person, a new romantic situation, a new friend group, a new job opportunity, a new business idea, all of these things are going to give you emotional and financial fulfillment. Now, the key about the Ace of Pentacles is, I say this a lot, there's still a garden to tend to. So while you're being given this divine gift from above, this new beginning, it could it requires work, right? Seven of Pentacles is telling me that you're not afraid to do the work. You're just not really sure what to do with that last pentacle. And then you don't even know that you have something behind you that's coming. You don't even know it's coming, but it's coming at the end of the month. And it's this divine hand of God coming down and handing you this new pinnacle that's going to give you an ending, a new beginning, and emotional fulfillment. What a beautiful ending, Aries. I'm feeling like you're getting a major victory in some sort of situation, and I really do feel like there's some you're trying to create that right now. Like right now you're like, you know that you need to change something. Something needs to change. Something needs to end, and something else needs to start in its place in this situation, however it resonates for you. And you're just like, you're going to be it's going to take until the end of the month for it to really start. For you to start to see what needs to end, how it needs to end. You're going to have a lot more clarity towards the end of the month. And it's going to come into Pentacles, that end of the month, Virgo moon is going to really help you ground it into the earth and start to build. So you're going to be starting something brand new, and you could be getting a new job offer with that Ace of Pentacles. So if you're looking for a job, I would really bank on that end of the month, February 24th, full moon in Virgo. Like really look at that. Okay, so with the Temperance, we have the Five of Pentacles. And so, yeah, I feel, again, I've said this, I feel like this is a financial situation, a job or work situation where you're trying to create something new and you're having to be really patient through a difficult financial situation. This could be like you have a difficult job situation, or maybe your finances are struggling and you've got to, like, this is alchemy. So this person is having to create something with only the resources they have at their disposal. But what you don't realize, Aries, is that you have more than you think. So in this Five of Pentacles, she is like feeling like she has lost something and that she is financially poor, right? She's poor. She's a beggar. But what she doesn't know is she has a key right to her left if she would just look up, and she can walk out of that door at any time. And so that's what Temperance is saying. It's saying that you have alchemy. You have the power to alchemize and manifest exactly what you want with the resources you have now. You don't need anything else, is what Temperance says. And it's saying to be patient and to trust, but it's also like, notice she's making something with her two cups. She is mixing the waters to create something with the water she already has. And in the center of her heart, she has fire, she has wings for air, and she's got water and earth at the bottom of her feet, where she's balancing all the elements that are around her in her current environment to create and alchemize a new thing. And I feel like this has to do with a loss, right? A loss of job. You feel like left out in the cold. You feel a little bit like, unseen. So with the Seven of Pentacles, you got the Two of Pentacles. And so it feels like you've been juggling a lot of different options and a lot of different burdens. And you've been having to juggle multiple different situations. And it's been challenging, to say the least. And that's why you're like, I'm trying to create this new thing, but I just haven't quite made it to the point where I know where to put this pinnacle. And that's the beginning of the month. You might feel a little bit of like you're having to juggle a whole lot at the beginning of the month, and it's going to be a little bit challenging, but you're moving out of that. With the Seven of Cups, you've got the World. So you've got the World twice here. That's the universe saying, yep, something is ending. And so what this tells me is like, something has to end, but you don't really know which choice to take on to the new thing, right? To go to the new thing. And so something does have to end though. And it's because it's not giving you emotional satisfaction. You're just not feeling satisfied. And so you're knowing that this cycle is ending. You realize that it's time for a new beginning. And so you're working on, in the beginning of the month, you're really analyzing, and really in the middle of the month, you're going to start to think and analyze on what it is that you want and what it is that works for you. With the King of Cups, you got the King of Cups. So another double card here, it's like universe saying, yes, your emotions are going to start to become more balanced. I don't think in the beginning of the month you're going to feel very emotionally stable. You're going to feel a little bit like rocky with the King of Cups in reverse, but what this is telling me is that you're going to be by doing this healing right here, by going into retreat and healing from this painful situation that you're ending, you're going to start to feel a lot more secure in your emotions. And so that is a beautiful energy. You're going to be healing from this. Now, the Four of Swords is clarified by the Three of Cups. So remember how I said this could be a friend group where you're really trying to heal from some trauma with maybe some friends. It could be a third-party situation in your relationship, Aries, but it's like you're trying to heal from something that's no longer serving you in your social life or your work life. And I feel like this could be, like, again, this could be you analyzing, is this the right group for me? Do they fill my cup? Do they bring me joy? When we're together, do I feel better about myself or worse about myself? When we're together, am I smiling or am I feeling insecure, right? And so Aries, you're really starting to analyze what it is that is working for you in this state of your life, in this time of your life. And that's where you're going to be. You're going to be analyzing that, because again, it's no longer like you don't have the taste for it anymore. Like you're really starting to see that this is not for you. And so, all right, with the Five of Cups, you have the Eight of Swords. So what I want to tell you here is that you're going to start to see, as you go into the retreat, the Four Swords energy, you're going to start to see that these people are just mirrors. And notice how she is looking in the mirror and she is bound. She can actually, in the original Eight of Swords, like she is in a self-imposed prison. Notice how this person is looking at the spilled wine and feeling like he doesn't have the taste, and he can't see the two cups behind him, which is emotional balance and fulfillment and joy and happiness. That's what's behind him. And so this person is looking in the mirror and starting to see, I can get myself out of this. This is all about my mindset. And so you're putting yourself in this self-imposed prison, and what you're trying to heal from is the mental anguish that you've experienced and the emotional anguish and pain and suffering that you've experienced in this situation. And it's a beautiful energy because it's like you're coming out of that with this Four of Swords. That's in the center of the reading, which means that's the full essence of the entire month. It's all about healing. You're going to retreat into your solitude and really, King of Cups, like look at what brings you emotional fulfillment and makes you feel emotionally stable. Whatever situation this is, just keep in mind that everyone that you deal with, every person, is a mirror reflecting back to you things that you like about yourself and that you don't. And sometimes you can look at this mirror situation as like this is teaching you a lesson on what it is that you want in your life and what you don't, what you will no longer accept and what you will. And so with the Ace of Pentacles, you have the beautiful High Priestess card. Again, this is inspiration, divine inspiration, and it is, you are going to be in a state at the end of the month, starting around February 24th, you're going to start to feel like you can trust your intuition again, because you're no longer in this emotional, dissatisfied, unhappy, ungrateful situation. You're going to start to feel gratitude for this new beginning, this new offer, and you're going to know that it is coming, that it's right. You're going to know deep down inside that it is the right choice for you, because you feel it in your intuition. Your intuition is going to be on fire, and you're going to see that all these things happened for a reason. Everything was meant to happen so that you could get to the world, which is an ending of a cycle. And sometimes the world can be a repetitive cycle, right? So like what you can do is look at all the people in your life as just players in the game. They're just players in the game. Rise above it and imagine that all these people throughout your whole life are just soccer players on different soccer teams, and they're all playing against each other. And try to see the repetitive cycles that keep happening, because that is what you need to heal from. That is the wheel you need to break. And I really feel like, Aries, your goal right now is to break the wheel. You are trying to break the wheel, and the way you're going to do that is with this new beginning. You're going to start over materially. You may start over in a new job, a new friend group again. You may get some new opportunities or new ideas, inspiration with the High Priestess in material things. You may really start to change your finances toward the end of the month, but it's like this wheel, this cycle, this repetitive cycle that you keep repeating, it's ending with this Ace of Pentacles, with this new thing, this new beginning. Again, we got the Ace of Pentacles twice, lots of double cards, and with the Ace of Cups, you have the Knight of Wands, Look at her. She is on fire and she is living in her joy. Look how happy she is. She is living in her joy. She's playing that drum by herself. She doesn't care what anybody thinks. And she is filled with joy as she plays the beat of the drum, which is the heartbeat of the earth. And she's got the fire around her. So that symbolizes the creator, the spark of creation, right? The fire that created the world. And she is just riding her horse in the background. She's got that horse. He is in action. He is moving fast. And so this new thing in love, if it's a new beginning in love, this new beginning is going to create a situation where you finally feel joy. Now, sometimes the Knight of Wands can represent a player or a new beginning in a relationship or a new job. There's a lot of meanings, but the way I'm reading this is you're just going to finally feel emotionally fulfilled. So if you're creating a new situation for yourself with friends, with lovers, with work, you're going to start to feel towards the end of the month like you can take action on this new beginning, this new Ace of Pentacles. And you're going to start to feel joy because you're taking that action and you're going to be emotionally fulfilled in this situation. So let's clarify, let's get you some oracle messages for your month of February and send you off on your month. So I'm going to pull a couple of cards, probably 3 oracle messages. Okay. Answering the call. The time is now. This reminds me of that Knight of Wands energy that I was just showing you, where it's like towards the end of the month, you're going to know it's time. You're going to know it's time to walk out of that door. Walk into the new place, that new fertile, abundant land. So you've been in this kind of barren land where you're no longer satisfied, and maybe you've been in a self-imposed prison, and you've finally gotten your 5 of Pentacles, right? You've finally taken the key. You're taking that key and you're walking out. You're opening the door and you're going into your abundant land. So you're answering the call that Creator, High Priestess, Ace of Pentacles, Ace of Cups, it's a gift from above. You know, towards the end of the month with that High Priestess, you're going to know that the time is now. So whatever the call is, this could be about your life's purpose, Aries. You could really be looking at, what is my life purpose? What is it that I'm supposed to be doing? And you're going to answer the call and make a decision. So you got a couple of other really big cards here. Crossing bridges. It is time for healing, connecting, mending, and releasing. So that 4 of Swords energy that I told you you're going to be in all of month of February, it's time to cut things that no longer serve you. Release them. Release them to the Creator. Say, you know what? I release this whole situation and I'm surrendering. And I'm going to mend the things that I think I need to mend. I'm going to stay connected to the things that bring me joy. And it's time for me to heal, to rest and retreat and heal. That's where you're going to be all month. And you're going to be in this spot of surrendering to the journey. So release control, Aries. Aries, that's hard for you. That's very hard for you. You are ruled by the Emperor and the Tarot. You rule the Emperor, and that's like very controlling energy. If it's in a shadow side, we all have a shadow and a light. And so if you're struggling to release control, this is giving you messages and guidance to work on releasing control of this emotional situation. Notice that she's got the moon and water in this card, so it's about an emotional situation. In the top of this tree, there's an owl. That owl symbolizes a message from Creator, and it is a divine message, and you're getting messages. You're getting those messages with your High Priestess energy at the end of the month. You're starting to really hear the messages that are coming down from Creator. So surrender to the journey and release control, because you've got a massive success and victory at the end of the month. All right, Aries, it's been wonderful to read for you. Please like, share, and subscribe. If you really enjoy this content, it helps me connect more to your energies, to get more accurate readings, and I will see you on the next video. Bye for now.